Way the inventions handled under the Labor Code. California's Labor Code in Article 3.5 of Chapter 2 of Division 3 provides rules for inventions made by an employee. Article 3.5 was added to the Labor Code in 1979 by Chapter 1001. Labor Code Section 2870 provides that any provision in an employment agreement which provides that an employee is required to assign or offer to assign any of his or her rights in an invention to his or her employer do not apply to an invention that the employee developed entirely on his or her own time without using the employer's equipment, supplies, facilities, or trade secret information. There are two specified exceptions in this code section. Labor Code Section 2871 prohibits an employer from requiring a provision made void and unenforceable by this law as a condition of employment or continued employment. Nothing in this law is to be construed to forbid or restrict the right of an employer to provide in contracts of employment for disclosure of all of the employee's inventions made solely or jointly with others during the term of his or her employment. And finally, Section 2872 specifies that an employment agreement that contains a provision requiring the employee to assign or offer to assign any of his or her rights to any invention to his or her employer, then the employer must also, at the time that the agreement is made, provide a written notification to the employee that this agreement does not apply to an invention which qualifies fully under the provisions of this law, meaning that the employee developed it entirely on his or her own time without using any of the employer's equipment, facilities, or trade secrets.